Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Lunt, and I lead the Oracle Partner Network Industry Partner Enablement efforts here at Oracle. Welcome to this OPN Partnercast on Industries, brought to you live from Oracle Studios. Today we have some very exciting topics and updates for you, starting with Oracle's Documaker and Customer Communication Management. Then we will discuss the Oracle Revenue Management and Billing. And finally, we will cover Oracle Real-Time Scheduler. I'd like to remind everyone that we'll be using live questions on Twitter. Stephanie Landers is with us to monitor the feed. You can submit your questions using hashtag OPN or at Oracle Partners in your tweets. We'll do our best to respond to these questions during and after the Partnercast. So let's get started. With me today is Jim Mullarney here at Oracle. Thanks for joining us, Jim.
Pleasure to be here.
So before we get started on what's going on with Documaker, let's take a couple steps back and talk a bit about EDA, Customer Communication Management, and why it's such a hot topic in the industries today.
Well, Rachel, the world is changing very rapidly, as we've all witnessed, between the impact of social networks, mobile devices, the ways in which customers want to be communicated with has all really been turned on its head over the last 5 to 10 years. And large enterprises are grappling with this. What customers want today is real-time, pertinent, rich communications from the companies that they do business with, in the channel that they want to receive it on the device of choice. And that is the critical big change in today's world that we're seeing. And the other big thing that's happening is the whole world and space of customer experience, where large enterprises are trying to weave much more value into the customer life cycle and value chain. And this can bring about tremendous benefits. Communicating proactively with customers with things that they want to hear can actually reduce things like churn. It can reduce customer acquisition costs, and also detract a lot of call center type calls for basic servicing requirements. And that's where customers want to really invest right now today, and customer communication management is a core component of that.
Okay, so why do you think that Documaker is the right solution?
Well, I like to look at the whole enterprise document automation, customer communication, enterprise publishing. It has many different names in the marketplace, but I like to think of it as a three-legged stool. The first leg of that stool is structured publishing. Structured publishing involves things you'd imagine that are structured: contracts, bills, insurance policies, those types of things. This is the core of the business. It's also can be the most complex area of the business, and that's something that we excel at. The second big component is the whole area of on-demand. On-demand is the ability for customers to pull down real-time statements or usage-type data. For example, in the telco world, a customer may want to know, for example, how many text messages they've used in the month. Maybe they have 400. How many do they have left before they start incurring overages? Or a credit card customer may want to see exactly how many transactions have happened during a specific time or period, how much credit do they have left. All of this requires real-time, on-demand publishing of a statement or a usage amount or anything else like that. The third component of this three-legged stool is the whole area of interactive processing, and this is where human intervention is involved, where somebody, either a partner or an intermediary or a service rep within an enterprise, would actually personalize a piece of content, tailor it for a specific customer. Or it can also be used to collaborate around a negotiation of a non-disclosure agreement or a contract or any other factor. But the key of being strong in these three core areas is if you are missing strength in one, the stool will fall over. And Oracle Documaker excels in all three.
Awesome.
There is one other small component as well that's very important to emphasize, and that is the usability of these tools. Because in today's world, as I mentioned, the customer experience world, it's very important that business and users are empowered. And we make all of our tools very simple and easy to use by doing things like having a Microsoft Word integration, and our interactive tools are designed for people to go online and be familiar with the environment without ever having any training.
Oh, okay. So Jim, can you tell us in what industries and verticals does Documaker have a presence in?
Okay. Well, Documaker, its initial success was in the financial services world because they had the most complex business requirements around, structured contract assembly, loan documents, commercial package policies for insurance. All of these things are incredibly complex. And we became very successful very early on in that particular area. And then it started branching out into other verticals like utilities. Utilities, we started becoming very successful as well around large-scale publishing of large numbers of bills in very short windows and things like that. And then other areas as well, public sector, media, telecommunications, all of these verticals is where we are present today.
So what about deploying outside of the US? Has it been localized anywhere else?
Yes, it has. In fact, it's very hard to find a place in the world where Documaker has not been deployed.
Good to know.
It started originally with a lot of our big Fortune 1000 type customers having, sister companies or subsidiaries in different parts of the world, and they wanted to move to one strategic publishing system of choice and deploy it in many other markets. And then from there on, we started spreading the word within Oracle, and Documaker started getting integrated with other core Oracle technologies and many other systems. But for example, within Oracle, Documaker is integrated out of the box with Oracle CRM, Oracle's banking platform, Oracle's utility billing system, financial services billing system, or telecommunications billing system, and many other technologies, including our public sector offerings like our tax platform. So with that, again, invariably, Documaker has been brought to all corners of the world. And places we're seeing a lot of growth today are places like Japan, India, Latin America, parts of Eastern Europe, Middle East, as well as our traditional markets like Europe and North America.
That's awesome. So how is it to get educated and start implementing Documaker?
Well, again, we focus very much on making the tools very simple and easy to download and use and get up to speed. But there are 3 different resources available. First of all is Oracle University, Oracle's training school. The second one, of course, is the Oracle Partner Network. Can't miss that one with the sign back there. And there's lots of guided learning paths and other types of tools within the OPN Knowledge Zone. And the third area is simply on oracle.com. Just do a simple Google search for Documaker, and it'll bring you to a whole host of different tools, documentation, self-learning videos, and things like that.
That is so insightful, Jim. So now I want to see if we have any questions from our live audience. Stephanie, do we have any questions from Twitter?
Yes, actually we're getting quite a few tweets today. We'll have time to address 2 questions, Jim. The first one is, what size projects do you see and how long does implementation really take?
Projects themselves can be very large, especially when we work with, large tier 1 financial services or utilities or telcos. There's 2 main challenges during a deployment. It's not necessarily setting up the software. That's simple and easy to do. But the key challenge for our partners is to, of course, build all the integrations with all the core systems.
Yeah.
We have some Documaker deployments that would have as many as 50+ integrations with core systems like multiple CRM systems, billing systems, etc. The second key component of an implementation is around conversion of all the forms, or conversion of legacy forms into the Documaker standard. And we have a lot of easy-to-use tools to automate that process. But they're the 2 things that really take some time and can consume 60 to 80% of the entire project. That being said, we've got a lot of automated tools, and we just finished an implementation in the continent of Africa with one of the governments down there. And from start to finish, the whole project was completed in just under 12 weeks.
Wow, that's awesome. Stephanie, do we have another question?
Yes, we have one final question. It is, how should partners go about converting customers who wants to consolidate or eliminate legacy softwares?
That question is one we see quite a lot today. A lot of large enterprises and some medium-sized enterprises, because they've grown through acquisition. Sometimes they have a large number of customer communication platforms. And they're all looking to, for simplicity and cost savings, consolidate onto one platform. And as I mentioned in the beginning, it's very important that that platform has a solid 3-legged foundation to build upon. So with that consolidation onto one platform and sunsetting all of the legacy publishing platforms, we are doing a lot of that today. The biggest challenge, again, is conversion from these platforms, sunsetting the old ones, and we have a lot of automated tools to make that possible. We also have a lot of automated conversion tools just to make it very simple and easy for our customers.
Awesome.
and
Thank you,
partners.
Stephanie, and thank you, Jim, so much for your
Pleasure.
time. So once again, thanks everyone, and for sharing all of what's new with Documaker. We'll be right back with Himesh Sharana to discuss Oracle Revenue Management and Billing. But first, here are some resources to help you explore more partner benefits of Documaker.